Marvel Rivals. My first match as Scarlet Witch, on another one of my favourite maps, the Bifrost Garden. So Scarlet Witch is widely regarded as one of the worst characters in the game, as of where we are now in the game. However, on day one, people were calling this character overpowered, which I thought was really interesting. And the reason why she's so strong is I don't have to aim when I play her. This is a character that goes against every fundamental aspect of like competitive shooters, and it works, but I wish it worked differently. So when you hold your main trigger to fire at people, it does a continuous chain of damage to people close enough to you, and it aims for you up to about maybe 2 meters away from them, because you can see the beam curve, you'll see it here. And what this does for a new player, because I think that this is a new player bait, and I think that more experienced players are just gonna, by the way, I'm not very good at using this move, so I don't really do anything cool with it, and I apologise to everybody who does, because I just push forward like a moron, and it doesn't really do much. But what this character enables you to do is it enables you to not worry about your aim while you're in an engagement, and it allows you to practice your movement while shooting. And I would absolutely recommend her for a beginner who's getting in, who's not confident yet, because you can still aim while you use her. It will just help you if you are missing. And one of the cool things about this girl is that she has a ability to get out of danger. She has an AoE stun, which is really good, that you're not going to see me use too well. She has 2 abilities, or 2 charges of escape, which I'm using right now. So as soon as you get pressured or you start taking damage, just move away, get back into position, use it to get into an interesting angle or to get to some high ground, and then you can continue fighting. And one of the things that makes this girl really strong, which is what you'll see me weaving in every so often, is in the center of the screen there are these abilities that power up when you are attacking with her. And when you're holding mouse 1 to shoot this auto-aim bullshit, you can then use mouse 2 to fire an aimed move that does more damage. And this aimed move takes up one of those charges, but you can hold mouse 1 and constantly press mouse 2, and if you're aiming at people, you can then hit them with something that you are aiming. And when you put these 2 things together, people take a lot of damage. And you can, like, I'm fighting 2 tanks right now at the same time, but luckily I'm being pocketed by a friend, by 2 friends here it seems like. I've got a tank with me, and I've got somebody helping me out. And all of this enables us to just be a bother, because the one thing that this character does really well, that people might sleep on, is just, she hurts you by being near you. She's like radiation. And it doesn't matter how good your movement is or how good your evasive capabilities are, she's going to take damage on you. And in a team game where multiple people are shooting, you can easily get third-partied. So you'll notice I'm not really doing that much, but because I'm constantly doing it, it adds up. I'm always putting pressure. I'm always staying close and trying to frustrate and annoy. And that's the end of that game. And I think that this character is almost a support in many ways. I don't think she's meant to shine in a conventional way. I'm not sure how that Penny lived then. Does that Venom team-up ability give you some kind of armor or some kind of health extension? Because you would have thought she would have died, right? That's interesting. Curious. Somebody probably knows. They've got an Adam Warlock as well. It's quite rare to see Adam at this point, but he's very strong. So right now I'm fighting with a tank, but I'm being healed. So I have the ability to move backwards, keep up constant damage on him, he procs his E, and then I follow his dash and I finish him off. And I say I finish him off, a friend finishes him off, but I get the assist points, right? And this is what this girl does really well. She's constantly ticking people down so the other DPSs can kill them. And if you have people who can aim, you're going to kill folks. And if you have a Cloak and Dagger on your team and they go into Cloak with a Scarlet Witch, that's 2 people constantly ticking for this insane damage that does not have to be attached to your ability to move your mouse or move your controller. And for me personally, I'd remove it. I know I've just said it's great for beginners, I know I've just said it's very accessible and it's fun, but it doesn't feel very fair in a game that's full of bullshit that's not very fair. But to me, what I would enjoy, and please tell me how you feel about this, like, I don't want them to take away the fact that new players can use this character and have fun, because I think that's what makes her so good. I don't think she's competitively viable outside of very specific setups. Like, she is really good with the Magneto. If you're with the Magneto, he gets that C ability to get that sword, and it is so sexy. It is such a fun time with him. And the only real time I would play her is if I was supporting a Magneto, and you can see we have a Magneto, so he's going to be having a real good time. But how I would like it to work is I would like it so that when your reticle is not on a person, it does less damage. I'd like it to do like half or a quarter of what it currently does. But if you put your reticle on them, it does the normal damage. And that way it would reward aiming rather than just proximity. As it stands, it is very easy to run directly towards an opponent, pretending this is Halo 3 launch, trying to get the punch, right? However, make it so that aim takes a precedence and this girl can be way better. You could even make it do more damage or have more range if you aim it. And I think that little change would make her so much more interesting and more fun for more people. Make her like the Quake lightning gun, and she's a 10 out of 10. Because she's got a cool escape, she's got a fun stun, she has the aiming on the other mouse button, and then she has this tool that lets people that aren't confident yet with how they play to be able to get into the chaos and do some damage and feel like they're helping their team. And helping your team in this game is everything. It's the entire reason that you play. But thank you for watching, and you take care now.